Hi, and welcome to AI Onion Reviews, where each Sunday we bring you a review of a new job search tool that we hope will make your job search a lot easier and less stressful. Look, let's be honest, finding a new job is almost like a job in of itself, and especially it's made a lot tougher if you're using the wrong tools. Yeah, I've been a recruitment director, agency owner, and head of talent acquisition for over 30 years. And all of the tools that I review each Sunday bring to you, I've either used as a recruiter, used as an in house head of talent acquisition, or used as a candidate myself. So I'm just hoping that this mix of this unique mix, if you like, of skills and experience can actually make your job search a little bit less fraught. So today we're going to be bringing you the features of the product, who should be using it, and more importantly, how it should be used. Look, before we dive into today's review, if you like this type of content, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and actually smash that notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates each and every Sunday. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into today's product, today's tool, read.co.uk. Welcome. And as you can see, very much like a lot of these generalist job sites or job boards, it's built around Reed, I believe. I'm just going to read off some of the facts about them. Reed started in 1995, and I believe they themselves say that they were the first job board to be launched by a recruitment agency. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. Good for its day. And again, as you can see here, like a lot of these generalist job boards, and this is a very generalist job board. And it's built around a dashboard, pretty clean, as you can actually see, with information across the top, jobs, courses, career advice, etc. Drop down here where you can go to all your kind of archive type bits that you need to know ongoing. And then on the center, they claim to be launched by a recruitment agency. Some would have a view. I actually remember when they came out in the marketplace, and I always thought, would I, as a recruitment agency, give my jobs to another recruitment agency, albeit on their job board? And I'm sure there's a Chinese war between the two, but subsequently, obviously, proven that there are many agencies. In fact, this site is populated mainly by agencies, although there were some companies on there as well. We'll go through that in a second. It is mainly the agencies looking for candidates on the site. Not such a bad thing, but there are lots on there, both lots of candidates visiting the site and lots of agencies advertising jobs on there. But as I say, we'll go through that in a second. Again, like a lot of these, added my details here, as you can see, started to recommend me jobs. Something that's nice here, actually, recommended courses as well, but we'll come into that in a second. And on the left-hand side is probably where most of the magic happens. You can see my details there. I can jump into there anytime. Profile information, again, just as an aid memoir to make sure that I've actually added everything. I can switch it on and off. So if I'm getting to the end of a recruitment process, or I'm actually off the market, switch it on and off. This is kind of the daily activity that one would expect, the stuff that you would do day to day and most of. So again, nicely placed here. And again, just kind of aid memoir of what you've done. For me, though, kind of where most of the magic happens sits down here. Now, again, it had been a generalist job board. I'm always looking for differentiation. So what is it about this job board that I would come and use as a candidate? And there are probably a few things on here that I could call out to say is a little bit different from the norm. The first one is the recruiter directory. Okay, what I liked about this was that you could actually toggle between recruitment agency and employer. And I would always stress to anyone looking for a job, if you have to use an agency, then by all means use an agency. But where you can select the direct employer, or not just here, but anywhere, go directly to a company if you can. One of the other things I quite liked about this area was that you can actually select specialisms. Now, what I found doing my search on here was that although I'd selected direct employer and a particular specialism, it didn't always come up with exactly what I was looking for. And what actually did come up was a mixture of direct clients an agency. So be very careful. If you're one of those individuals like me that prefers to go direct to an organization, then just be mindful, if that's your way of working, and I would suggest that it is, then just be mindful of actually how that plays out and what you're seeing, that you're not sending your details to an agency when you think you're actually sending it to basically a direct company. Browse jobs, again, I thought was interesting. This could be quite Browse jobs I thought was quite interesting. This could be useful if you're just kind of running out of ideas, you're not quite sure what to do. Very good for maybe graduates or mid-market, or again, you're over 50s, as it were. You're kind of thinking, okay, so what can I do now? And this is kind of, again, a little memory jog to say, okay, so what's out there? You can do location, permanent, temporary contract jobs, etc. So again, it just kind of a little bit of gives you a bit more of an edge. If you're thinking, right, what can I do? It's just some ideas, effectively. So quite interesting. Maybe not something I would use, but again, quite useful if you're kind of running out of ideas. Popular searches, similar. What popular searches quite similar. So what have people been looking for? Quite interesting. So obviously these jobs are open and live now. A lot of them will actually be, as I say, via agencies. And again, the problem with that is that you've got tons and tons of competition. So again, if you can, back to direct employment, if possible. What I like on here has got lots of career advice. The career advice is rudimentary. But again, some good examples of stuff. So if you've got the time, you can go through a lot of their featured products. I don't think there's anything here earth-shattering, nothing you can't get from anywhere else. Good, useful, but nothing particularly new here. All right, again, there's lots of it. But again, just really depends what it is that you're looking for. There are probably better places to go for this information. So let's go back. Okay. All right, the things I do like here, actually, the two things I think just stand out on this site for me is the tax calculator and the average salary checker. So let's go into the tax calculator first. So this is quite useful if you're looking for a pay rise, you're going for a new job, or if you're just kind of like, okay, my cost of living is going up, what the hell is going on here? You just really get a sense of what's happening. So again, if you're a contractor, you can do daily rate, which is quite good. But some nice things here. 100,000, nice round figure. Gives you a breakdown of what you can spend if you're going for a mortgage or something like that, or how much you need for, basically for a mortgage. You can figure out here as well, which is quite nice. And then they've actually got jobs in here as well, which talk about, hey, £100,000, whatever value you put in, that will probably come up here as well. And then you can kind of check jobs for that salary and above. That's actually quite useful too, because you might actually want to say, okay, so I want to do a move or a shift in my career. Can I move sideways? If I'm in the sales jobs, can I move into something else, a different type of sales jobs that pays me the kind of salary that I'm looking for? I may not have thought about. So again, quite a good aid memoir from that point of view. And the average salary checker, I thought was quite useful. You can do this in two ways. You can put in job title, let's say recruiter for now. Technology recruiter, and I can put London. Okay, check salary. Okay, so it gives me average salary, gives me a number of jobs that are open at the moment, and unfortunately there are no jobs that pay over that here. But what it does give me is jobs that are live currently. Again, okay, so that's quite interesting. So if that's the type of thing that I'm looking for, whatever that might be, there's some jobs there. So if I'm looking at it from a purely salary and location point of view, I can narrow down my search in there, nice and simple. And again, if we go back, you can do that search. You can do that search again by sector. Okay, so I can go into sales. It's effectively a sales job. I can browse that. Then I can actually focus in on what kind of sales I actually want to do. I don't know if they've got recruitment in here, but let's have a look here. Let's do a broker, mortgage broker. So it gets me a job. Okay. Hey, broken salaries. I've been in recruitment before. Actually, this is another sales job, but there's a broker job here. That's interesting. So again, it might actually serve a role that I hadn't even considered in the past, which could be quite interesting for me. So again, it's quite a useful tool to be able to have. Okay, I've come back to the main dashboard, and one of the other things I liked about this site was that there are a list of free courses on here, so you can jump into there. And there are 80 free courses. They cover a range of different things. But if you're looking to get a little bit of education on something, and they've also got deals on here. So if this is a course you like and it's expensive, they have kind of ways of paying that off over a period of time, which is actually quite nice. But I think there's enough here to get your teeth into. And I think from a free course point of view, you might say to yourself, well, actually, I've never really tried that before. Hey, let me give it a go. So it could be a marketing course, it could be a care course, could be anything. Management course. It's probably a good way to get a taster. Now, come back at the dashboard, and the final thing I'm going to look at is the alerts. Now, for me, working in or on a generalist website, it is all about the alerts. Your CV and awareness of particular jobs. It's why you should be using this particular type of site. So what I'd suggest when you set your alerts, I've done one just for the sake of doing one. And as you can see here, it'd be nice to make that kind of money, wouldn't it? But your alert should be as specific as possible, all right? And then you can start to kind of feather them down, if you like, alert frequency, so you can get instant, daily, or weekly. And I would suggest maybe with instant to start with, but make sure that you're really tight on your criteria. So if I wanted to edit my search, I probably wouldn't start there. I'd probably start within maybe 3 miles or something. I might start a little bit less. I might look at, I don't know the difference between full-time and permanent, but I might actually look at contract as well to start with. I may only look at direct employer. And then I might go for instant, daily or weekly. I'd probably go for instant to start with, principally because I want to see how the algorithm for this website actually works and delivers the kind of jobs that I'm really looking for. So in summary, we've gone through the features. I think it's relatively basic as a generalist website. There's some interesting things on there, nothing to blow you away. I don't think there's some good recommendation engines in there. So there's a good machine learning. But from an AI point of view, helping you, there's a CV builder in there as well, which again, nothing particularly earth-shattering. I don't think it was particularly, anything that you could write home about. Again, there are other sites doing more interesting things. The courses and careers and the career advice. Again, courses, good, some free stuff. Career advice, good, but again, stuff that you can kind of get anywhere and everywhere, not really being innovative. So for me, it's a kind of site that really needs to pick its game up. Who should be using it? Again, anyone, graduate, mid-career, over 50s, that's the kind of criteria I tend to work with and support. You can be using it, you should be using it maybe, but again, pick what bits might or might not work for you. Be judicious with your time. Time is a key factor, obviously, when you're looking for a role. There's plenty of it, but you never seem to have enough. So I would kind of look at this and say, okay, so how am I going to use it? What am I going to get out of it? And then be really, really focused. How do you use it? I alluded to that a second ago. I would use this really for the alerts. So I would set up some very specific, targeted, tight alerts, initially to come in instantly so I can see jobs as they run live. And then if I'm getting inundated, because you don't want to be overwhelmed, I can then kind of feather that down to daily and then make my criteria even tighter All right, the tighter the better. What you don't want to be doing is getting so many jobs through from this and other sites that you think, basically, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to track these jobs. I don't even know what to apply for. So again, that would be kind of my advice: is just pick out some of the good things here, the calculator, the tax, etc. Some of the free courses, and then utilize the alerts. So you can start to see what's happening in the market, and obviously agencies can start to see what it is that you're actually looking for, or companies, internal recruiters are starting to see what you're looking for. Anyway, look, I hope you've liked this content. As I say, if you do like this type of content, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help the algorithms on YouTube. You know how this stuff works. Subscribe, and then hit that bell notification so you don't miss up and coming videos. I aim to be a site that gives the biggest site in the UK that provides overview on all job search tools. Maybe not just the UK, but let's start there first, and then we can spread globally. But the idea, I want to give you the tools to do the job. I want to give you the tools to help you find your next job easily, with less fuss and less stress. Anyway, Ray Baptiste, AI Onion Research Reviews. Look forward to speaking to you soon. See you the next time. Bye.